I think the reptilian brain is a much cooler way, in my opinion, to describe our subconscious. And most of us are not, I say most of us, humans are not that skilled at communicating with the reptilian brain. And to me, I get that, but having this clear, concise vision that is based on your purpose that you can see, if you repeat that and you can share that and your team can share that, that's the hack. That's how you communicate with that subconscious instinct reptilian brain. And when you're doing that, very important that whatever you're communicating to your survival instinct needs to be based on your purpose. And it's got to provide the direction, but it's usually the result of some kind of self-reflection or visualization. But once you identify what your core values are, and once you align that with a purpose, the mission becomes easy. Like as Will said, once you almost have a statement, why? Oh, and why? And then why? And then why? Then you get to the core. This is what I want to achieve. And it's like a light bulb goes off, and then everything starts aligning. You're not just throwing individual things off the wall. You've got a purpose, and it's really easy to evaluate whether or not what you're doing is the highest best use of your time based on what your mission is. But given that, and the originator of the reptilian brain, what do you think, Forzen?
Okay, so let's dig into that reptilian brain and see what we can find. So Will was talking about asking why, and we all know that when we ask why a few times, maybe 7 times, we get to the point that we want to feel good for everything that we do. The motivation is that when we ask deeper questions, go layer by layer, at the end we want to feel good. So our reptilian brain is there to make sure that we feel good. So, and our reptilian brain are looking for a couple of other elements as well. It wants us to be safe and comfortable. So feel good, safe, and comfortable. So I want to present this idea. When I have a clear vision and attach those elements of being safe in that vision, being comfortable in that vision, and feel good. Those 3 elements are going to bring my reptilian brain on board. Otherwise, it's going to just kick me out and doesn't let me to move forward. So that is the trick. We have a vision and we assign those elements into it. We feel it. We feel good about it. And we feel safe in that environment. And we feel comfortable. Then we can move along much easier.
How about you, Pegasus? How important is this?
Growing up, everything was always presented in such a complicated way. So many rules and regulations and procedures and formulas. It was sometimes overwhelming. And when I was about 50 years old, I realized I had spent decades creating visions and roadmaps and task lists and prioritizations. And I always felt a little bit of stress and frustration, and something just didn't feel right. So if you think about the events in your life where things just worked, do you think they worked maybe because you followed your heart, followed your gut, or like Razim just said, you felt good, right? So I was doing a summit years ago, and I was in a program, and they were teaching me how to do these summits. And they kept telling me, you have to send 100 emails a day. You have to do this, trust the process, just take action. It just didn't set with me. And so finally I said, okay, what is the deal? Why is this not working for me? So they kept saying, you're resisting, you're rebelling against the process, trust it. And I said, well, okay. So I started looking inside, and all of us have these unique abilities, unique skills. That means that all of us have unique journeys. So maybe the process that works for these million people don't work for these million people. And maybe I'm not being rebellious. Maybe I'm not being resistant. Maybe it's causing me to, and motivating me to look inside and saying, well, what's my soul telling me? Well, my soul is telling me, you have a different way. So I decided to read their books. I spent hours on emails, and I sent 50 emails and got 32 people. I just had to do it the way that my journey was. So I realized, well, maybe the reason I didn't have a vision was, if I know who I am, that helped me know what my purpose is, that helps me then realize the activities that align with my purpose in me, and there's my vision. And also one last thing on that, because we're always expanding and we're always extending, we're always growing, that means that maybe our journey and our vision evolves, which means maybe the things that we thought we were doing, we start pivoting and shifting. Life is, I heard it said many times today already, life is not a destination, it's a journey.